Hello and welcome back to another Demis Hellen tutorial. We are back with another 5-minute challenge. You might see that the video is longer than 5 minutes, but the actual section of the video is 5 minutes long in the creation, and we just do a little bit of an intro obviously into what we're going to be using. Everything's set up ready to go, but I haven't got any sort of melody idea or anything like that in mind, apart from I have set the track to 138 beats per minute, so it's a 138 track. We've put a kick drum in there. I've already pre-selected a kick drum, and in the mixer there is nothing happening apart from evade here, and I've just used the kick pop preset and just changed it just to match this kick a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a tighter feel, and that's it. That's all we have, and we're going to do everything else from scratch. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but let's just quickly walk through what we've got up and running. First up is Hard Lead, and this is Avenger, and this is the LDA SOT from the Trance Invasion pack. So you'll hear that. It's a pretty nice sound. It sounds like this. Then we have the Lead Pluck, and that is coming from Synthmaster 1. That sounds like this. Sounds like that's going to need to be a little bit beefier, so I'm just going to turn the volume up for now. Very nice. We have a mid bass, which is Tal Uno LX. And I've just set that to -1 and nothing. This is how it comes started with, just set to -1 instead. So we're going to make a mid bass with that. Then we've got a rolling bass sound from Spire. And finally, we have the kick drum. And just before we continue, you can get this preset bank, the Trance Euphoria by me, on the Spire store and various other stores as well. Just search for Euphoric Trance, and you can get my pack here from my website for Synthmaster 1, and that's called Euphoric Trance on my website as well. Right, let's get started. So we're going to have a 1-bar section first, and then I'm probably going to develop some sort of 4-bar melody out of this. And we've got literally 5 minutes. So I'm going to hit the timer on my phone, and I'll put an on-screen timer as well so you can see. And here we go. So first things first, let's get that rolling trance bass going. So that sounds quite nice right there. So I'm just going to do nice 3-note rolling 16th. I'm just going to turn off quantize and shorten them down a bit. So now, okay, sounding okay. It's not brilliant, but let's just save time. Let's copy this up here, and we're going to do a standard alternating pattern here on that. Okay, it's giving us some drive. That's what we're looking for. We'll make that into a mid bass in a second. And what we're going to do is just come up with an idea for this. So let's just turn that off. I'm just going to record something. So let's just... That sounds good. Let's just record another one just for sake of time. Okay, we have 2, and I'm liking that first one better. It's even simpler to make, so that's over 4 bars. That's over 4 bars, so let's just get rid of that for a second. Chop this down, let's jump in. This MIDI is free to use. You can get it from my Patreon if you just want to download it, or you can just copy it on screen. But there are plenty of benefits for being on Patreon. Just move these back here. I could be saving time by changing everything up, but we're not going to do that. That's why, because we haven't got snapping on. We're just wasting time here. Right, they can all move over. You can hear how that's going to sound in this sound now, so let's just put it up there. Okay, it needs that growl in there with that lower part. I'm just going to make these all the same volume, and we're going to make these a little bit longer, so make them all the same length. Turn off quantize and just drag them back a bit. Very nice. Right, let's go back to this bass. What are we on? 3 minutes. I've got 2 minutes left. Right, let's get this done. It's going to be a little bit cheating. I'm going to use a preset that I have already used in my mid-bass tutorial, which is the mid-bass metal. Okay, we're sounding good. We could throw a loop in there. We got any time? We haven't. And time is up. That is 5 minutes. We haven't done too bad there. There's so much more that I wanted to get squeezed into there. I was going to try and obviously make the bass pattern follow the main sequence there where the bass is actually rising up, but we didn't have time, and do a little bit of automation. But we've got the main thing there. That sounds pretty good. This one needs a bit of work. But we could do something to that. Maybe we could continue this tutorial. Let me know down in the description. If you can edit my description, there is something wrong. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue a tutorial on this. This is a pretty solid melody. I'm actually really liking this one. The second one were okay, but it wasn't as powerful as this, just straight off the beat. And when you're restricted by time, 5 minutes, to come up with that and just have something already set out, you've got a track built. That's pretty good. And all I was doing was just playing. I was just climbing in the scale. There was nothing really happening. Also, let me know in the comments if you like this track. Well, there we have it. That was the 5-minute challenge, but let's just continue. Let's just refine a few things about what I'd do just in these early stages. We would move that bass around, but I'm not going to do that for a second. I would probably just do that for a second. We can glue that back together. Just chop that. I'd probably filter this off. I know this particular patch doesn't have any sort of staccato filter, it just filters off at the same length, so I'd have to work on the patch on that. This one here, I'd probably make some of the notes shorter. Then again, longer notes do sound okay. There's a bit of work to be desired on that. There'll be a bit of EQ shaping on there, and maybe it's not the best preset for that sound, but bearing in mind we haven't actually done anything in here. Let's use the filter here as well. I would have done this as well. See, there we are. That's sounding nicer. Nearly heading into acid territory there as well, but that's pretty nice. Well, there we are. That is the melody build. I would probably build maybe some hat loops in there just to give it a bit of drive before I start building in the hats. We could have dropped a loop in there easily. If I hadn't recorded that second part of the melody, we could have done that. There we are. That is the sound. Let's just glue those back together. I'll just play it through once more. So as it stands, the melody is pretty good. I would probably rise the end notes there. There's a few things that we do, but like I said before, let me know in the comments and drop a like as well to let me know if you want to see this continued. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the 2 packs that I have made in here available on Spire's website, and the other one is available on mine, amongst other. That's always in the description, those links to the website as well. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so YouTube will tell you when I upload. It's not always the first thing that you'll see in your feed, but if you have that bell icon, you will never miss a video. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.